I recently wondered why it was that something that I had said earlier in 2012 had not in fact come to pass. Usually they are very, very accurate in predicting when certain amounts of information or certain types of information will be released, etc. And this particular thing did not come to pass. Now, that does not include prophecies in which we are given the way to prevent them because they are unpleasant prophecies. This pertains particularly to predicting that certain things will be given to us. One of the things I had said in the beginning of 2012 is that we can count on the last half of 2012 becoming the time when our star brothers start connecting with us in very, very pertinent ways in this journey that we are walking together. And by the end of 2012, nothing significant had happened. But the reason for that is that 2012 really has just ended around the 17th, 16th of February. Because what we had done is with the work with time, particularly that work done in the Belgian retreat, it was done in a way that it stretched the tube torus of the matrix we were in. We're in a fishbowl in essence, a donut turning upon itself. We also have called it the disk of life. And in 2012, and with the recent wheels that were received, it was able to stretch it to its maximum. So 2012 became further and further away. If you look at December of 2012, it was stretched all the way into February. And in February, the events that I had said were a strong probability of taking place, and we worked very diligently to lessen the impact of, would take place. The 21st of December 2012 happened around the time that the meteor struck Russia. About 1,000 people were injured, a few died, but it was much, much, much less than what had been seen as a possible outcome. And this outcome would have created thousands of deaths instead of just minor cuts and bruises from shattering glass. The meteor fell in Russia, and people were injured from the impact shattering window panes, etc. And the asteroid passing by would have permitted, not passed by, but it previously would have fallen into the Indian Ocean, causing tremendous death in India and other places as well. These things are indicative that 2012 came to an end. And we also have had very strong contact from our star brothers. They have come in response to a very specific wheel. And the wheel is the one that was drawn on the last or second last of the live streamings that opens the navel area. It opens the passage of the Haraknet, which is the timeless place that lies beyond the matrix for an individual, but the wheel also opened that which is beyond time for the cosmos. Arcturians have honored this particular sigil that was drawn for a very long time as a holy sigil in their places of meditation. They don't have actual temples, but they have sacred places designated to meditation. This sigil they are aware of, and when we received the sigil, that was their sign to contact us. And in fact, they have. The Arcturian lightship that was photographed by our sister Hannah in New York is, I believe, available on the blog. We will also try and make it available to you more easily. Last night, I had a conversation with an Arcturian ship that is hovering over the house. They had contacted our sister Trish, who works with Christina Trevino down in California, And they had said to her that when a gate is opened, well, the gate that is opened is the gate to timelessness, called the Harknet. And that is what we received during one of our live streamings. But they did say that another wheel would come, which is also subject of a live streaming, and that would open the gate, and it is the gate of the rhino's horn. It is a template of 300 sigils that, in conjunction with the DNA rose, which has 300 petals, forms the evolution of higher life in the capacity of the DNA to live it. There can be higher life, but it won't be accessed unless our DNA is also stepped up. The rose is not obsolete, but this template goes with the rose and gives it added capacities. And so it has begun, and there are exciting things coming in a very specific way from the Sterbroeders. I spoke last night to the Arcturians that they can't just start giving all of this information to the masses, because they'll worship them, they'll blindly listen to them. If they give medical technology, which they wanted to give, to the few, they will create the demand for it by creating sickness and then have the monopoly on the cure. So we've asked them instead to help clean up the environment directly. Again, not give a few the monopoly of the technology, but simply go ahead and use it. And we explained to them that this was by proxy for the cosmos because of the archetypal nature of the earth and of man. We can look forward to many transmissions from them directly. We've asked them to source it through here, and also other star races that are interested now in making contact, so that our light family can be the first to access the information. If it is of value, we will use it in our lives. But ultimately, who knows best for this planet are the gods and goddesses in the flesh, the enlightened ones, and the great way-showers of the earth that recognize these holy truths. They are the ones that should be getting it first.